So I want to do this simple short video for today. And before I hop into it, it is such a nice morning. Um, Finally got up at a decent time, around 6:40, headed out the house around 6:50. Getting my walks in before the heat of the day kicks in, staying cool. Uh, I finally updated my backpack, got a new hiking bag. I even bought a water pouch for it. I'm not too crazy about the water pouch though. It kind of has like a funky taste to it, even though I'm putting like good fresh water in and putting ice in it. Even got a water canteen and a cooling reg, a new hiking stick. I can't find fingerless gloves anywhere, unfortunately, but you know, what are you gonna do, right? Um, but other than that, I want to talk about Walmart starting to ID people, or starting to ask for identification when using self checkout. I need to know if this is happening to anybody else, because I had a video discussion a while back about is Walmart racist when it comes to self checkout, and it was about when you use the self checkout, the ones that flash green for cash only, and then as soon as you go to it, it shuts off the cash only, and then the person's like, oh, this is only meant for card use, I got to take you somewhere else. And they were doing it to people of color. I am a man of color, but now what they're starting to do is when you go to the self checkout, for some reason they are starting to, they want ID. They want to make sure you're at age to buy products that have nothing to do with age limits, have nothing to do with being with age. It's this isn't tobacco, this isn't alcohol related products, to where you have to be 21 and up. These are just some of the simplest items, like a juice, bag of chips, a candy bar, just to name a little bit of things like that for food items. And I say that because I went to the self checkout, and a couple other people, next thing you know, they were asking for folks' ID at the self checkout. And it's for the simplest stuff. Again, nobody at all in the self checkout was buying any liquor or tobacco products. Please keep that in mind. So why ask for ID for some of the simplest stuff at the self checkout? Well, I went to Walmart, I want to say a couple days ago at the most, to buy this hiking bag and the water pouch, and I bought myself a hatchet. Well, now they ask for ID for anybody, and to prove that you're at age to buy just a simple pocket knife or fucking hatchet. Now, in the state, if you live in a state that gets tremendously hot and is known for forest fires, or it's required to have a survival kit or survival tool with you, like the state that I'm lived in, like it is required, which is Tennessee. And Tennessee does get hot to where you have to have a survival kit and a hatchet with you, right? Even though there's a lot of private property, so you really can't camp out here in Tennessee, but it's required to have a hatchet, it's required. The only thing you can't carry with you is a Bowie knife, but you can carry around a hatchet. So you mean to tell me you now have to be 21 and up to buy a simple, as you guys see, a simple pocket knives, simple everyday carry, everyday survival pocket knives. Like, for example, that one's mainly meant for carving. The brown one's meant for whittling, and the gray one's meant for shaving, or chiseling, carving, you know. And then I have another one, a Hellcat knife, simple pocket knife, you know, meant to skin fish, gut fish. You can eat an apple with it. Just really something simple, good, and basic. And you can also just, you know, shave sticks with it or what have you. So just those type of simple little type of knives right there, and a hatchet, you now have to be at age to buy one. So now they ID you to see if you are 21 and older just to purchase a fucking simple knife. And some people may say, oh, well, that's because, you know, they think they may go harm somebody with it, or it's considered a weapon. Well, it depends on the person and how you use it. See, I'm 33 years old. I'm about to be 34 this year in November. When I was growing up, you didn't need to have an ID or be at age to purchase a hatchet or a pocket knife. Like, you could just go get one. But they did have one time where I do remember where you could get your license as a child to carry a pocket knife. And then, you know, that law for right there at one time they did throw out because it didn't last long. The state thought it was stupid. But, you know, back then, you know, you didn't need an ID to go get one. You could just buy one as a child, as a teenager, you know. And I had several of them that I bought that I still have. So it's just crazy that now you need an ID just to use self-checkout at Walmart. But you also need to be at age to buy simplest things like a bag of chips, a juice, a candy bar, or a simple pocket knife. You know, and when I was growing up, now I'm pretty sure many people my age and up, you know, when you got your first pocket knife at the age of 10, 9 years old, considered as a gift of headed into manhood from your grandfather or your father, you know. And I still, and even a Bowie knife or a simple pocket knife is always going to be a good gift because it has a deep symbolism and a deep meaning to it when it comes to, you know, going into your adolescent years. And it's a tool to say, hey, this is for you to step into your own person in life, your basic simple survival tool to learn how to do it. Like, that's your first tool as a man or woman to learn how to do things. You know what I'm saying? Go out there, get creative, but don't do anything stupid. You know, for some people, I still give them knives, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a really deep symbolism of America, of humanity, you know? So it's a really, really deep meaning behind giving somebody a knife. You know, it goes back to the days of the pioneers, of the mountain men as well, because at the end of the day, like, that's your main basic tool of life is a knife. You know, even the cavemen, when they were making what they could to skin, to hunt with, was rocks that looked like blades almost, which I have one, an actual caveman tool. So the meaning of, again, a knife goes all the way back. But why in the hell now does somebody have to be the fucking age of 21 and up just to buy a simple pocket knife here in America? I can understand that being the case over in the UK, over in France and stuff, because they don't, from my understanding, they don't have firearms over across seas in the UK area in the United Kingdom. And a lot of crime takes place with pointed objects, blunt objects. So it would make sense over there for somebody to be at age, and you would have to have a clean record just to purchase one, because their knife requirements, from my understanding, over across seas is just like gun requirements here in the US. So it would make sense for the UK to have that law, since they don't have guns and a lot of crime takes place with pointed objects. So that's why I'm saying it would make sense for them to have that type of law set in place. It's like the same thing over here in the US, but with guns. You know what I'm saying? But I just think it's stupid that, we have to be ID'd at Walmart to fucking use self-checkout, or just to be ID'd just to have a simple pocket knife. And I'm glad I get my knives from other places and different folk, because, yeah, I just think it's fucking stupid, man. And it's not every day that you stumble onto a hatchet. Like, I have 2 of them, and one of them I made because it didn't have a handle or anything and it needed fixed up. So one of them I made, 2 of them I bought. It's just something really, really stupid. It's like older people, like, who, let's say they're 65 and they still drink alcohol or cigarettes, or still smoke cigarettes. I've seen people, again, they're mid-60s, who have to be ID'd just to purchase fucking alcohol and cigarettes. And I get it. Some people are like, oh, that's because they might be buying for somebody who's underage. True, but you would think once you get to that age, like, no, I'm buying this for myself. Why would I buy it for somebody else? But I just wanted to do this video, and hopefully people that see this video, let me know if the Walmart that wherever you're at, do they ID you at self-checkout for like the simplest shit? Let me know.